Alright, so I'm completely demoralized. I did horrible on my Apes final today. But let's make a vlog, I guess. Today I'm just gonna blab about what's going on with me. There's not enough time for me to make a equipment showcase, which I will do soon, but not tonight because it's 12:45 a.m. So I'll do that later. Anyway, let's talk about school. Yay! Let's talk about what happened today and why I'm like stupid. I've given up pretty much. Today in history we kind of talked about, oh, how do you feel about the school year? And it was metaphorically a race where there were 4 choices, and you can go on beyond those choices, of course, but A, B, C, and D. A was, oh yeah, I did pretty good this whole year, and I'm seeing the finish line in sight, and I can just coast along. And B was like, oh man, I haven't even started the race, dude, and I just need to sprint to it. And C was, yeah, I did pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna finish first, but I'm getting there at a moderate pace. And then choice D was, yeah, I did good in the beginning, but now I'm just kinda faltering. And that's where I feel I really felt, I guess, because I was like, yeah, I actually tried in the beginning of the school year, and then now I'm just like, can it be done yet, dude? Anyway, today we, oh my god, we had 2 days to turn in this assignment for history. It was a current events assignment, and basically you could have turned it in on Monday, which I forgot to do, or you could have turned it in on today, Wednesday. And I didn't turn it in on Monday, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll just remember to print it, because that's all I had to do. I just had to print it for Wednesday. And then when I got to class, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to print it at the library over lunch, which I had been planning to do. And then I asked the teacher, yeah, is it okay if I turn it in after class? Like, I just run to the library real quick, and then I turn in the assignment to you. And then he's like, yeah, sure, that's cool. And then after class, I forgot to turn it in. I forgot to go and print it. And see, it wouldn't be such a big deal because it's just like homework points, right? But actually in that class, all points count as total points. It's just a flat percentage. So essentially tests are worth as much as homework, and vice versa. So when you get a 0 on one assignment, then your A drops down to like a B, and then it takes just a couple of assignments to bring you up, but still you get that B for a while, and you're like, oh my god. Looking forward to a B in that class now, which is actually one of my my easier classes this year. And if I end with a B, I'm just gonna be so frustrated. That wasn't the only thing that happened today. Also, there's more. Woo! Let's talk about Apes. Now, people who aren't in the class, and many people who are in the class, they say it's an easy class, definitely an easy AP. And as much as I hate to agree with them, I agree with them. And it's just me that's being a really dumb student. I'm just a bad, horrible student because I had so much time to study. I had spring break to study. I had yesterday, Monday, to study. And I didn't study, and it was harder than I thought. See, I went into Apes thinking, I was like, oh, easy AP, right? Because that's what everyone else says. But they actually cranked up the difficulty, I guess, which still doesn't mean it's gonna be the most impossible class, but I underestimated the class's difficulty, and I did that to a point where I underestimated it for too long, and it punched me in the face. Yeah, alright, so what else? Now, kind of unrelated to school, but it kinda holds my motivation and morale down. But today in jazz band, we held a little concert sort of thing for this organization, and then everyone's like, oh, of course they have to say, they're obliged to say, hey, good job guys, you performed well. But then I don't know, it's a small thing, but I feel like I performed bad, and I had a solo and it sucked. One thing I am glad of is that most of my friends who I invited, or none of my friends who I invited, actually came, so I'm glad that they didn't have to see me embarrass myself, so that's a good thing. Alright, what else? There's a whole bunch of stuff. This video is getting too long. I'm gonna have to cut this down a lot. Alright, thanks for watching. Hang in there, guys. I'm barely there. We have just a few more weeks of school left, so hang in there. Alright, see ya.